Let's talk about my game. Hey, what's up? Usman here, back with a new development update of my game Wrath of the Mad King, the sci-fi RPG that I'm working on at the moment. And it's been a while, it's been a few weeks till I did one of these development logs because I want to keep the content on my channel also tailored to my producer friends. So today I want to give you an update about all the happenings around Wrath of the Mad King. I've done a ton of work on it, and the first thing, the main thing that I worked on is on the movement. In the playtest I got a lot of comments saying that the mouse movement and the camera was a little bit weird to walk because the camera didn't rotate and you have to aim and to walk with the mouse. So I changed it to a horizontal and vertical input, so now you can, with the arrow keys or with the WASD, you can move around and the camera will turn accordingly, which is a much better experience. Now with these guns you also need something to shoot at, so I got some new enemies, some really cool sentient robots from the sentient race which I've been working on. So the whole combat and movement is being overhauled, so it's much better to play and much more fun to play. Now I also worked on the starting point of an ability system. I only got one ability now, which is a really cool dash move where you move forward into the direction of your mouse with some cool effects.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this.
I will expand on this to also make it an attack instead of just a dodging ability. And I'm gonna make much more abilities, but if you know some cool abilities, let me know in the comments and I'll see if I can incorporate something of you. Another thing that I've been working on very hard is about the vegetation. I always had the feeling that the northern forest looked a bit like it looked a bit too stale or something. It didn't have enough vegetation, so I added a lot more vegetation, a lot more grass, trees. I made it basically a bit more magical in my opinion, because I feel like science fiction needs a bit of that magical touch to the environment, and I personally really like where this is going, and I'm gonna expand upon the things that I have right now. Something that you might have already noticed is the UI. The UI has been overhauled as well. Now there's a compass because I didn't like to keep looking at the mini map all the time. Now there's a compass, and it will also be a region map when you press a certain button, but that's still in the works. Also I made the UI more sleek. I only went for a white and black UI because I feel everything is being colored in the game itself. If the UI is then really minimal, really clean, I thought it gave a really cool sci-fi look. So with all these systems in place, I'm actually working now on the second playtest for next month. In the end of December I'm gonna introduce the new playtest, and this one's a really fun one. This one will be all about combat. You will be put into a combat simulation and you're gonna be battling all sorts of enemies, and I'm actually gonna have a really cool prize. The two persons who get the most kills into the playtest will get their name featured into the game as an NPC, so really looking forward as to seeing how many kills you can accomplish in the playtest. For the game I've also been working on a lot of new music, sound effects, because of course everything needs to have a certain sound to set a certain tone. Every UI thing needs to have a little bleep or something. But much more importantly, I'm working on a lot of themes, a lot of music for the album. It's a really cool, unique way of producing for me, slower BPM. I'm working a lot with my Moog synthesizer and also with my modular gear. So here's a little sneak peek of some new music. for me this week. I really hope you enjoyed this update. The game is getting better each week. If you like what I do, hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe. Should you want to be notified whenever I upload a new video, ding that bell button. Now, if you want to feel like Santa Claus and support me financially as well, I do have a Patreon with all kinds of cool rewards, so head over there if you want to support me. And I think that's all what I want to share this week. I really hope you're having an awesome week, and I see you all on the next video. Take care, bye bye.